Okay, let's get right into it. We're going to break down one of the most game-changing books out there, Mastery by Robert Greene. This isn't just about getting good at something. It's a blueprint for gaining ultimate power over yourself and your destiny. Right from the start, Greene hits us with this massive idea. He says real mastery isn't about physical skill. No, it's about transforming your mind into, and I quote, the most powerful instrument known in nature. Think about that. This whole journey is about rewiring your brain for absolute greatness. So what is this mastery we're talking about? Well, it's way more than just being an expert. It's a state of, well, ultimate power. It's that point where you have such a deep, intuitive control over your field that you can literally start to shape your environment, to shape reality itself. And the payoff? It's not just success. It's deep, profound fulfillment. It's the absolute peak of human potential, and Greene's big argument is that it's within reach for every single one of us. So, how in the world do we get there? Here's the roadmap we're going to follow. First, we'll tackle the absolute most important step, finding your life's task. Then we're diving into the tough part, the apprenticeship phase. And finally, we'll get to the goal, fusing intuition and reason. Let's do it. All right, first up, finding your life's task. Seriously, Greene makes it clear that this isn't just step one, it's the foundation for absolutely everything that comes after. And here's what's so wild about this. The answer? It's already inside of you. Greene calls it an inner force, almost like an internal compass that's always trying to point you toward what you were uniquely put on this earth to do. The real trick isn't finding it, it's just learning how to shut up and listen to it. But why is that so hard? You know why? It's all the noise, social pressure, what your parents want, the need to make money, the desire for status. All of that static just completely drowns out your own inner voice. So the very first step toward mastery is to tune out all that external garbage and start looking inward. And this is how you do it. It's a strategy he calls the primal inclination strategy. Just look back, way back to when you were a kid. What were you obsessed with? What activities made you lose all track of time? What gave you that feeling of pure wonder? For young Leonardo da Vinci, it was getting lost in nature, just drawing everything he saw. That little obsession was the seed of his entire genius. The clues to your life's work are hiding in your own past. Okay, so once you found that calling, you enter the next, and maybe the toughest stage, the apprenticeship phase. But don't think of it as just a job. Greene frames it as a transformative road of trials. And yeah, this journey takes a while. You've probably all heard about the 10,000-hour rule. It's become a cliche for a reason. That's the kind of intense, focused, deliberate practice it takes to really build the foundational skills you need. There are no shortcuts, no life hacks here. You just got to put in the time. So what do you actually do for those 10,000 hours? Greene breaks it down into 3 key modes. First, you observe. You become a total sponge. You're not just watching how things are done, you're understanding the politics, the power dynamics, the unwritten rules. Then you practice, relentlessly, one skill at a time with laser focus. And finally, you have to experiment. You've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone and try new things, even when you feel like you're not ready. That's how you start finding your own unique style. But look, your actions are only half of it. Your mindset during this phase is everything. You have to prioritize learning over money. You just have to. Let your ego go, stay humble, stay curious like you're always a beginner, be patient, trust that the process works, and never stop looking for the next challenge. This is the mental armor you need to survive the road ahead. And you don't have to walk this path all alone. Getting a mentor is absolutely critical, but it has to be the right kind of relationship. A productive mentorship is a two-way dynamic, like Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao. The goal is to absorb all that wisdom, and then, one day, to surpass your teacher. But a stifling mentorship, that's where you get trapped. Think about Freud and Jung. It becomes about the mentor's ego, and it traps you in their shadow. The point is to learn everything you can, and then eventually move on. Okay, so after years and years of intense apprenticeship, you finally arrive at the ultimate stage, fusing intuition and reason. This is where you actually become a master. See, at this highest level, intuition isn't some mystical, magical guess. It's a superpower that's been earned through thousands of hours of rational, focused work. Your brain has absorbed so much information, so many patterns, that it starts making connections on a level below your conscious thought. Those gut feelings a master has, they're actually the product of immense, hard-won knowledge. This all leads to what Greene calls the dimensional mind. This isn't just about knowing a lot of facts. It's about being able to see the entire system, the whole chessboard, all at once. Someone with a dimensional mind doesn't just play by the rules, they can rewrite them. Think about Mozart. After 20 years of the most intense training imaginable, he was able to take everything he learned and fuse it into something completely new, a whole new style of music. That's the power we're talking about. And, the path to these big breakthroughs is never a straight line. Your most profound insight might feel like it came out of the blue. Greene calls this an evolutionary hijack. It's that sudden aha moment where a random connection sparks between two ideas you've been storing for years. It feels sudden, but it's really the payoff for all that long, slow preparation. So here it is, the most important takeaway of all. Mastery isn't some gift reserved for a few chosen geniuses. It's not about being talented. It is, plain and simple, a function of time and intense focus. It is a process, a formula that anyone, and that includes you, can follow. Which brings us right to the end and to the only question that really matters now. Robert Greene has laid out the map for us. The path to mastering yourself, your craft, and your own reality. It's right there. It's clear.